Donald Trump's first 100 days have been one of the worst first 100 days of any U.S. president in history. That's because his policies are harming America. And the American people have noticed. Multiple polls show Trump's approval ratings plummeting. An Associated Press poll showed him at only 39% approval, 59% disapproval. And a recent Washington Post poll also shows him at only 39% approval, the lowest of any U.S. president in 80 years. One reason is because of tariffs. His indiscriminate tariffs have increased prices. I urge all of you to look at the statement from the International Longshore and Warehouse Union. They put out a statement saying that the tariffs are crushing the working class with higher prices. And what's even worse is we don't even understand the rationale for these tariffs because the White House has put out two completely different rationales. One of them is we're imposing these indiscriminate tariffs to try to strike deals to go to a zero tariff situation with other countries and have more free trade, reduce trade barriers. And then you have Donald Trump saying over the weekend, I'm doing these tariffs to create an external revenue service, to use this as a permanent revenue source to take the money that consumers are paying and inject that into the federal government. Those are completely opposite rationales, and the White House can't even figure out why it's doing these tariffs. And then let me just conclude now about Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. I note that he has recently spent taxpayer funds for a makeup studio. I hope it's going well and make him look better on TV. But in terms of his policies, they are completely awful, and especially his operational ability to handle sensitive information. You may have seen recent reporting showing that his phone number has now been all over the internet. And if hackers have your phone number, there are a number of ways to surveil your phone. I asked reporters to look into whether he used his personal phone overseas. There is a hack called the SS7 attack, stands for Signaling System Number 7. I was part of an investigation a few years ago. It doesn't matter how great your phone is. It's because of the telecommunications providers you use. There's a flaw in there that they can surveil your phone, and they can do that in the U.S. It's even worse overseas. So you all should check out whether Secretary Hegseth compromised his phone if he used it overseas. Democrats are trying to help the American people not be hurt by Trump's harmful policies. I was talking to a small business owner. She makes plush toys. They're actually patriotic plush toys, represent different states and so on. And she had her shipment they're made in China, and so the shipment was on the water, and then tariffs come in. And now all of a sudden she has to pay $40,000, $50,000 when they arrive in the United States. And those costs are passed on to consumers, but she's now have come up with all of a sudden $40,000, $50,000 she never had before. And she would love to be able to make these toys in the United States, but guess what? She can't even get the materials here because America doesn't make the materials for plush toys. So you have a whole bunch of companies who, when they make products, they have all sorts of different components. And the White House just has a really stupid view of this. You can't just reshore something if that product relies on all these raw materials from other countries. It gets very, very complicated. They have this very simplistic version that you can just reshore these companies. Well, you can't do that. And because you can't do that, what's going to end up happening is just going to harm American companies, American consumers. And we just want the administration to get rid of these indiscriminate tariffs and put rationality back in the economy and lower prices. Democrats, we respond to American people. The American people are our bosses. Unlike many House Republicans who basically take direction from one person and completely flip their views just because Trump says something. Most Republicans are free traders. They would be aghast at indiscriminate tariffs, and now they remain silent just because Trump said it. Most Republicans understand Russia is a threat to the world and the United States, and many of them are now silent just because Trump has this bizarre relationship with Putin where he bends the knee to Putin. So Democrats operate differently. We're with the people of America. We're from the ground up. And that's why poll after poll now shows Donald Trump at only 39% approval, because American people don't like what one man is trying to do.